Hey everyone! Want to learn English, but can't take a class? No problem. You can totally learn on your own. Today, we're hanging out with Sarah, a super cool language expert, to hear her secret tips for solo learners. Let's go.
Hi everyone! Learning English by yourself can be awesome. We'll talk about some tricks to make it fun and easy.
Cool. Tip number 1. Find things you already like in English.
Exactly. Love music? Listen to English songs and try to understand the words. Crazy about movies? Watch them with English subtitles. Pick stuff you enjoy, and learning won't feel like work.
That's smart. Tip number 2. Use all the cool tech stuff.
There are tons of free apps and websites that can help. Apps have games and lessons, and websites have word lists and grammar tips. You can even find YouTube channels that teach English in a fun way.
Wow, that's a lot of free stuff. Tip number 3. Talk in English, even to yourself.
Talking to yourself in English might sound silly, but it helps. Tell yourself about your day. Describe things around you, or pretend you're having a chat with someone. The more you speak, the better you'll get.
Talking to yourself might feel weird at first, but it makes sense. Tip number 4. Find other people learning English too.
There are online chat rooms, language exchange websites, or even meetup groups in your town. Talking to others lets you practice conversations, get help, and feel motivated because you're not alone.
Having English friends is a great way to keep going. And finally, tip number 5. Be patient and happy about how far you've come.
Learning a language takes time. Don't get sad if you make mistakes. Think about how much you've already learned. Celebrate your victories. And most importantly, have fun with it.
Those are awesome tips. Thank you for sharing them with everyone.
You're welcome. Learning English on your own is an adventure. Here are some more tips.
Wow, we're dedicating this episode. All our amazing beginners out there, those embarking on their exciting journey with the English language. Let's jump right in. Sarah, what are some common anxieties beginners face when it comes to speaking English?
Definitely. The fear of making mistakes is a big one. Many beginners worry they'll be misunderstood or judged. But remember, everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. The key is to embrace them as learning opportunities.
That's a great point. How can beginners overcome this fear and start speaking more confidently?
There are several ways. First, find a safe space to practice. Talk to yourself in English. Narrate your day-to-day activities. You can even use online language exchange platforms to find conversation partners from around the world.
Talking to yourself might sound a little unusual, but it's actually a great tip.
Exactly. It allows you to experiment and gain confidence without judgment. Then, when you do speak with others, focus on communication, not perfection. Don't be afraid to use simple sentences and gestures to get your point across.
Absolutely. Building a strong vocabulary is also crucial. How can beginners approach this in a fun and engaging way?
Definitely. Turn learning into a game. Use flashcards with pictures and sentences. Watch movies and TV shows with subtitles. Or listen to music and try understanding the lyrics. The more you expose yourself to English in different ways, the faster you'll absorb new words.
Besides vocabulary, grammar can seem daunting at first. How can beginners tackle grammar without feeling overwhelmed?
Don't try to learn everything at once. Focus on basic sentence structures like subject-verb-object. Use online resources like grammar quizzes and games to make learning interactive. Remember, you don't need to be a grammar expert to speak English effectively.
That's a great point. Speaking of resources, what are some helpful tools beginners can utilize on their learning journey?
There are tons of options. YouTube channels like ours offer free lessons and conversations. There are also countless apps that provide interactive exercises and personalized learning plans.
Absolutely. And of course, finding a good English teacher can be incredibly valuable. They can provide personalized guidance.
Exactly. Remember, learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate your progress. And most importantly, have fun. The more you enjoy the process, the easier it will become.
Those are fantastic tips, Sarah. Thank you for sharing your expertise with our listeners.
It's been a pleasure. And to all the beginners out there, keep practicing, keep learning, and never stop speaking.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your fellow English learners. See you all next time.